Yo, this is Will Billy Two Fist McGee with NextLevelGuitar.com and sunny California, hey!
San Diego!
Yes, Carlsbad, baby. It's sunny, breezy, and always never sleazy. You know what I'm saying? Classy. Stay classy, San Diego. Stay classy, world. Thank you. Check this out. Something simple, man. It's actually a blues lick in A minor blues. You know, a lot of blues guys use it all the time. But you know, metal guys, sometimes you just stick to something that's, you know, very dark and whatnot, and you just want to kind of open it up a little bit, let it breathe. So we're gonna pull this from the A minor pentatonic blues scale. First thing, we start on the low E string. My first finger here is on the 5th fret. My 4th finger comes down here to the 8th fret on the low E string. Now, going to the A string, my first finger goes to the 5th fret. My 2nd finger comes on the 6th fret. My 3rd finger comes down here on the 7th fret. My 1st finger goes to the D string on the 5th fret. Then my 3rd finger goes to the 7th fret on the D string. Then coming down to the G string, my 1st finger is on the 5th fret. Then my 3rd finger comes down to the 7th fret. And then my pinky comes down to the 8th fret. And then going to the B string, my 1st finger comes to the 5th fret. And my pinky comes down here to the 8th fret. Then jumping up one last string, my 1st finger goes to the 5th fret. And my pinky comes down here to the 8th fret. Here's the scale slow. Now what you want to do with that scale is practice it in all the positions and play it very slowly. Take your time. There's a lot of really killer players. I mean, everybody from Lamb of God, Pantera, let me see, everybody uses the pentatonic scale in metal. And depending on how you phrase it, it's really cool. You know, even your basic licks can really sound cool depending on how you stress it. And more importantly, with all you metalheads out there, what do you do after it to punch? So whatever chord progressions you have with a bluesy thing, if you got something driving and you add that, it's gonna add some power. Here's the first lick. I'll play it for you fast and then we'll break it down. So what I'm doing with that lick is my 1st finger here starts on the G string and it's at the 5th fret. Then my 2nd finger comes down here to the 7th fret. And I use my 3rd finger right here on the 8th fret. And then my 1st finger comes up to the B string on the 5th fret. So it's hammer on. Pick the first note. Hammer the other 2 notes. And sound that note on my 1st finger on the 5th fret on the B string. That is the tag. So it's just a hammer, hammer, pick, hammer, hammer, pick. The next part I like is backwards. That starts with my 1st finger in the same spot in the 5th fret on the B string. Picked, and also picked would be the first note of the last part of the phrase. Mind you, there's only 3 notes in this. Yeah, 8, 7, 8. Remember 8, 7, 5, guys. Right. 8th fret. 7, 5. So I mean, when you're playing it, it's just. That's another part of a tag where I'm just basically playing the first note of the B string, which is on the 5th fret, and the last note of the scale on the G string, which is my 4th finger is on the 8th fret. So. And when you build the speed, it'll sound like this. With that leg in particular, I tend to be a little faster without using my pinky, so I was just using my first 3 fingers, but it's still the same phrase, where it's. Here's the next lick. It's based on the same scale. It's the A blues minor scale, and it involves bending. Starting on the B string, I'm bending up. Starting with actually all my fingers on the fretboard, and the one that we're leading with is my pinky, which happens to be at the 8th fret. So when you're bending, an important thing about bending is you have to have a guide point. So the note that you're actually shooting for is 2 frets up, which is actually a whole step. So this is the 9th. This is the 8th, and you're actually hitting the note. This is the 10th. So you're. So I'm taking this note on the 9th fret, bending up a whole step, bringing it back down to pitch, bending up a whole step and releasing. And then the next part of the phrase starts with my first finger on the 5th fret. I'm hammering down to the, I'm taking my first finger that's on the 5th fret, and I'm hammering down with my 3rd finger. And pulling off too. I'm bending the last note too to add even a little more emphasis. So starting from, like I said, the B string on the 8th fret, bending to pitch, release, come down to the 7th fret, back to the 5th fret, back to the 5th fret here on the G, and then the hammer on pull off, and then come back down here landing on the 7th, and then you can and land it back on that. So when you play the phrase, it's playing in metal, it seems like everything's on a very timely basis, and a lot of times it is moving very quickly. But this, when you play these scales, it kind of opens up a lot of things. So use your imagination and work on your bending. You know. Remember, you have the whole A blues minor scale to mess with here, so you can add a lot to that. But just taking your time and also listening to a lot of players. Listening to everybody from B.B. King to Albert Collins to let me think, who else is like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let's see, a lot of people love what is that? Kings of Leon. A lot of these guys are, incorporating the Eric Clapton kind of slow hand thing where you're just working in just a few notes, just a few notes, and it's just what you breathe into it. And I know a lot of people might be turned off by the older music, but once you get past, it being like you're in your mom or dad's collection and all that, and just kind of groove on it, it always will find its way to you, just like Pink Floyd has to everybody else. Okay, this has been Willbilly Two Fist McGee with Next Level Guitar. Now check this out. There's over 600 600 videos. 600 videos, man. All different types of genres and styles, man. Something you can keep you going. Keep you going. I remember when it was road blogging and everything, but you know what? That's what this comes in. Just check it out. Grab some videos, man, and you'll be rocking like docking in no time. Like I said, this has been Will Billy Two Fist McGee with Next Level Guitar. Until next time, see ya.